Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, well, for Twitch, you didn't see it, but the last part I recorded the the ceremony of eternal bonding, so I did that. But for Twitch itself, the last part that you saw was the end of Crystal Tower, the World of Darkness. So, yeah. Oh no, I lied. Not the World of Darkness, the Hatching Tide. But with all this ridiculousness out of the way, we're going back to the story. We're entering the post-story of A Realm Reborn. The grind to get into Heaven's Ward begins. I mean, it was already started, but this is where it officially begins. Madam! Cecil, it pleases me to see you well. Yeah, you have no idea what I've been doing. Do excuse me for interrupting, Cecil. Oops. It's like I said, it's so easy to skip shit. It's like I didn't even touch anything and it skipped it. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did about Taro. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this morning. Thank you, my lady. Alright. We're very popular, apparently. Ever since we defeated Gaius von Balazar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret, with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one with more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Just how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. That pretty much sums it up pretty good. The gentleman Totaro spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the Syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, it was the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interests of individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? Our Baldessian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to... Forgive me, I didn't mean to burden you so. Oh, that's alright. Yet, my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. Well, I guess I can really get where she's coming from. Alright. Yeah, I still have all this. There's a lot of side quests that opened up. I didn't realize so many meager, mindless side quests opened up at level 50. Recall you are meeting with the Admiral shortly after the Luminescence sent word of the summoning of Titan. Then may have you also recall my words to our host. I said unto Merriweb that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and the beastman had just responded that we had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke, in short, the truth. Wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Luminescence to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon the subject, Ophelia can expect a similar reply. Our many of the alliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papa Lima keeps making me send them back. It won't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? Like, priorities. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees that Alamigo could be liberated if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Cecila. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles, neutrality is ever a delicate matter. I've lost count how many times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ul'dah now and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. Sure, he does enjoy them though. What do you think? 'Tis the lot of the powerful to detract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever on their hilts. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant and defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder than both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. This sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity that we are so few and our fortune is so finite. Well, seems everybody kind of feels the same way. What do you think? What about you, Alpha Node? What do you think about all this mess? The situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it's time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Cecila. What's he gonna do? Alpha Node, Cecila, is aught amiss? You desire counsel, and so you shall have it. Minfilia, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah. We must do what? So long as we remain in Ul'dah territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delay the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize that they are the reason the Vesper Bay still lacks in aetherite? They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why, in other favors that will be denied us unless we cooperate. If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length and plant our banner in a place where all agree to be beyond their borders. Moradona. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'dah and her people over the years, but I truly believe this is the best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ul'dah is our home, Alpha Node. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make, Antecedent. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to the path of the 12 ere that. We aspired to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much as your family as... That will be all, Alpha Node. I'm sure you have some familiar affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no, I left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Ooh. Alright. Tough decisions. I don't need any of that. Alright, Manphilia, what are you gonna do? Leave Ul'dah. Was it truly come to this? Oh, Cecilla. Pray attend to Alpha Node. He is engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alpha Node waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Well, let's hope. Alright, Alpha Node, what are you doing? You look like you're attending business. You're just standing here. Confound it. She must knows what must be done. Still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Manphilia's mother, well, adopted mother, was among the great men who perished during the calamity. Philmin was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of Ul'dah. She was a performer of singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlian minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Manphilia too struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Philmin's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Philmin is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Elud, has sent word that a woman matched in the songstress's description has been seen of late at the seaside resort Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Manphilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth from La Nocia at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire about with Master Gage Ruju as to the veracity of these rumors. I can never say his name right. Alright, off to Costa del Sol! So many quests. So many quests. Oh, sweet siren of the sands. My Makati muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane. I mean, Cecilla, what brings you to my humble resort? Philmin? You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Ul'dah? Egads, woman. If I had known that, I would have changed her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Okay. That's a little too much, guy. Oh, for shame. To think she would now apply her trade with the riffraff off to the west, or whatever she said she was going. The tragedy, I say. A tragedy! West, is it? Thank you, Master. I'm just gonna call you Gage. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are a number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel to Wineport and do the same. Alright. I can do that. Teleport over there straight away and see what we can find out. Alright. Witnesses. Let's... Whoa. Guy! Well, Pheasant Sasso, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman to her due, but her perfume was so ghastly, I had no choice but to eject her from the premises. Interfering with tastings, you understand. If she is your quarry, why not consult with your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Ooh. Alright, guy. You wanna know if I've seen him at Connie last, but I know I'm filming? I wish. I haven't seen a last of any description for far too bloody long. Excepting yourself, of course. Alright. What about our buddy Shamina? Or Shamani? I see you have had great many adventures since last we spoke, Cecila. You must have shared them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago? One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully, then head east after crossing the second bridge. Flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff with the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Alright. Looks like this guy's on the same track as I am. I think. Maybe. If he's going the same place I am, then he is. I see you filming. Madam. You've got a giant Gabu behind you. I can never say this thing's name either. Gabu? I mean, you're dead, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gabu's ear till it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and I don't. Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. A songstress of Old Dawn, I presume. Minfilia, or should I say Acelia, is looking for you. Acelia? You're the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of La Nocia aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I travel all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we have all that which we came for, why don't we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, I say? Well, we found her. Great time too. It started to pour down rain. Good thing they're shielded by the rain for the moment. Now we're not. Alright, let's see what her plans are going forward. Madam, sirs, this is not at all how I envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Oh, I can probably take a guess. You see my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I have kept her waiting long enough. Let's be off in the next ferry and finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It'll be my pleasure to escort you back to the Waking Sands. Alright. Away we go! Cool, it takes us straight there. Awesome. Alright. We got a miracle to report. I guess. Instant cutscene. Oh no. There we go. There's our cutscene. And to set it, you have a guest. A surprise guest. Lamine? Celia. I haven't seen her like this in years, Cecil. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Celia. I've learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Salsita perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I do not think it was made anymore. You must have gotten into so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Cecil, however. I could not have made it without her. Thank you, Cecil. Thank you both. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. My father was a member of the Almegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamine who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know, about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was very dedicated and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamine as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but I'm at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Something amiss? No, Celia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I ever could have hoped. You have succeeded where I failed and made me so proud that words fail me. Even as I marvel at the woman you've become and all of the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of what you have yet to do and what it may entail. Celia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ul'dah. Lamina. You built it once, Cecilia. You can build it again. This time, we'll do it together. Truly? Alpha Node, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow scions and send word to the students of Baldessian. Preparations begin at once. Sweet! Moving trip! Alright. No longer will I have to come to Vesper Bay. I'd rather teleport to Mordona a million times over than freaking Vesper Bay. It's all well and good that we found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there's so much to do, not so much to be done, and so little time. Our first step is to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause, though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, antecedent. Oh, he's back. The man with a plan. Really, Alpha Node. If I need to concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps, I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely to whom the resolution of such matters might best be interested. And here I am, nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. He's come prepared. It is an honor, Antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphino, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the signs of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it pleases you, I would do so. It does. Madam, unless I am not much mistaken, you are the one known as Cecil, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Slaffborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper, then use it to infiltrate a Guardian Castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome on Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long. Sweet. We already have good impressions. Well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Cecila. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste as first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest after all. After all, you have traveled so far, and there is already so much you have done for us. And for me. I don't need any rest, I'm good. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care. I'm reading a book, apparently now. I'm barely tall enough to sit at the table. The table goes up to almost up to my neck. Sessa, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the solar. Alphino has just returned and would seem there is something he would share with us. What do you got for us, buddy? You're here. Good. I come bearing news. Negotiations are concluded. And? Our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. Like the name. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tataro's tale of our many guests and their many, many demands. Huh. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I do have news to share. In expectation of this monumentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have pledged their full support, General Raban included. Cool. Moreover, I've decided that the time was right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, Anti-Sentient? If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know that what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would not be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope this gesture will encourage people of Eorzea to put their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in doing so, I would show them that there is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire. To you, my fellow scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great, I say, yet no greater than us. And we will rise to them, as we have time and time again, united as one. There must be some way I can... Like, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask the Filament to teach me the basics of mining too. What's she planning? She's planning something. Alright. Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alpha Note, I mean. It was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild with mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge ties between them. Setting such mysteries aside, for the present, I have a favor to ask of you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slaftborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well, Cecila. Alright. Sir! I come bearing documents. I was told to expect a scion, but I didn't expect to be you. It has been far too long, Cecila. You have something for me, yes? Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? With that, we had a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I jest. I wouldn't hope so. I got plenty of work as it is. It's possibly a primal! Uh-oh. I don't know what the name of that name of that. Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see. But I jest. Even I can appreciate that an important woman such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhap you'd be keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. Ooh. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortunes to be had about the realm. May get a bit raucous at times, but I imagine it'll be as good a place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me. I'll show you around. Oh, is that you, Cecila? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania. It would appear that our aid is required at once. I must send you the report back to the Waking Sands. I'll do haste. Is everything alright, friend? Well, something came up. I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries, you can rest assured that I'll see to all the necessary arrangements. Pray return anytime after you've seen to your more pressing matters. What's going on now? Jeez. I wanted to take a tour of our new place. Responsibilities suck. Oh. Alright, what's going on here? Oops. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Okay, Tatara's not in here. I figured she'd be down here. Maybe she's back up, maybe she's upstairs. There she is, I flew right by her. Messenger from the Twin Anna came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to his conversation with the Antecedent, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that the XIV summoned Garuda again? Or mayhap Imperial forces have been sighted within the Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the Antecedent if there's anything you can do. I was just down there. Alright, what's going on here? Ma'am, you interrupted my tour. I knew this day would come, yet I pray it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal or entity resembling one has been summoned in Gridania. Oh, great. Thine arrival was customarily timely, Cecila. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlikely the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Yandra says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago. Though I had hoped the Moggles guard beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation. Oh, great. If it's a Moggle, it's something that has to do with the Moggles, right? Thy presence hath been requested by Commodore Heloi. He awaiteth thee at the Adder's Nest. Pray hasten to Gridania, Cecila. Ida and Papalima will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Alright. Let's figure out what's going on in Gridania now. Alright, sir. What's happening here? A pleasure to see you as always, Cecila. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could think no one more qualified to... but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. You better. Not long ago, the Moggle Kuplo Kopp visited Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seed Seer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Moggle kind, one which in peril the entire Twos would have left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Moggles. The rest you should hear from Kuplo Kopp. It's a Cooper Kopp himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seed Seer at the Lotus Stand. I'm guessing it's Cop, because it's not really... Kuplo Koop sounds more reasonable. Kuplo Cop doesn't sounds weird. I'm gonna go with Coop. Though the signs have already arrived, madam. May I show you in? God damn, they're fast. Alright, what's happening? Oops, I didn't want to talk to you. No, I don't want to talk to you either. Please, you have to stop them, but you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles. They're just misguided. A gentle... No. Firm thrashing is in order. Yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kuplo Coop. Can you not see that she has the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful that you have come, Cecilla, and upon such short notice. Surely Griona could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplo Koop has brought us the news of most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Moggle the 12th has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moggle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, you Moogles served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there. Unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Moogles. So, good King Moggle the 12th, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Moogles should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down. But good King Moggle the 12th, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. Must be one hell of a long rope. But that is how we Moogles came to this land. All of us except the good King Moggle the 12th. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that Moogle kind might alas know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens, from what I understand. That being your reason for contacting us, yes? I'll bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea? The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It was our belief that good King Moggle the 12th is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Moogles with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and then ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? Might that not be in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought onto the very brink of destruction, only to be spared the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you, who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Moggle's Guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes come what may. I assure you the Moggle's Guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of good King Moggle the 12th, may his balanced grace fill our hearts with love, they started to get a little carried away, verging on a lot, in fact. Like the sales to Silver Ramu, you mean? I cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Moogles in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat, not only to Moogle kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Cecilla, confront good King Moggle Mog the 12th and drive him from our midst. Humbly, I do thank you. So the sanctuary of the Moggle's Guard and the Liege Lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother Isumiyan, the Conjurer's Guild, will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Alright. I guess we're going back to the old Conjurer's Guild. Our old haunt. I get hiccups. Ugh. Alright, Isumi. Oops. Welcome, Cecil, welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Moogle Moggle Mog the 12th is a great comfort to me and to the elementals both. As I'm sure you know, the Moogles are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. I am all ready to go, sir. You don't have to worry. Man, they weren't kidding about the quest getting barely any XP. I mean, well, look at the amount of XP that is. That's pitiful. People weren't joking that the level 50, the post level 50 jet main story quests barely give any XP. The wards barring access to the King's Sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones, the self-same method employed 5 years ago when the first king was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplo Kupin confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Moggle's Guard themselves. Yet, wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry into the King's Sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Moogles might succumb to the corrupting influence of the Liege Lord. We must needs have Kuplo Koop's keystones, Cecilla, for I go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at West Shore Pier. I press upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. Okay. Alright, off to the Lancers Guild, and then to the pier. Hello, sir. I need your keystones. So, how will you do it? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there's true no other way, I'll do it. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Alright. Oops. I gotta talk to you, don't I? Yes! Take me away! God, I love these instant load times. They're great. Ugh. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Don't you dare lie to me. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes. The king will never be satisfied no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us. By consorting with us Aura, Imperials, Gridanians, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse. Traitor to his kin's Moogles. He plots treason against the crown. Enough. Kuplo Koop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Moggle Mog the 12th. May he reign forevermore. Oh boy. The king is planning to purge the 12s of his enemies. We've got to stop him before it's too late. That's not good. Alright, sir, where do I gotta go? The entrance to the thorn march is deep within the bramble patch. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward, but be warned, the Moggle's guards set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me. Escort Coop safely to the warded entrance. Should you fail to defend him or move too far away, he will return to Swift Bloom, where you may rendezvous with him before trying again. Seriously? I can't just fly there? What? Hopefully he just follows me. There we go. Make it easier for me. I'm not afraid of no squirrels. I forgot this was even a thing. What the hell? Oh, where'd you come from? You leave my cupola alone. All right. Oh good, there's more of them. We're here! I don't see any more beasts, do you? Are you ready to face the king? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you were tuned into an aetherite. I'll open the way for you. I'm attuned to vines and thorns. The rest is up to you. Now go and teach those foolish Moogles a lesson, and send the king back from whence he came. Alright. Thorn march hard. Alright, so, the primals from here on forward are different. Compared to Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan, there is no normal. It's all hard or extreme. So like, for instance, Bull of Embers level 20, you know, and then you have Bull of Embers level 50. There's none of that. So it's just hard or extreme. Alright. Oops. Waiting for people to queue up. There we go. Oops. Come on. Go away, chat log. There we go. Who in the seven hells are they? Meddling adventurers, I'd wager. Moggle's guard to arms, defend the king! You can't, they don't scare me. Alright. Who's next? It's not looking good for the Moggle's guard. Well, they get in a circle. Hail to the Koopo! Hail to the king! There he is, the big bad king himself. You shall suffer for your transgressions against my subjects. Oh, I'm so scared. This fight was always weird. Oh shit. I wasn't paying attention to the help. All right. Lend thy strange strength, and I shall purge your enemies from Thorn March. No, you won't. I'm so scared. Easy primal fight. Nothing to it. Yeah. Oh good, I got a staff. What is this thing? Useless to me. You did it, good King Moggle the 12th. May his almighty soul rest in peace. I'm guessing that he was what he said. I skipped it. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Moggle's guard when you did. Thank you, Cecila. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and start playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have no choice, will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Pukni Pak that the king is no more. She's with Ryo at the Camp Tranquil. You can relay the news to the chieftain. All right, I can do that. I can tell news of our success. Alright. Do I dare to leave my ears? Good King Moggle Mog 12, may his magnificent virtue serve as an experience to us all, has fallen. All Moogle kind owes you a debt. And I sense Ryo, I wish to congratulate you as well. I shall allow you to speak without fear of interruption. Your bravery in service to the Twelveswood and her Moogles shall not be forgotten, Cecilla. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the woman responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. Alright. Get me out of this rainstorm too. I'll catch it. I don't want to catch a cold. It's still raining here too! No! I can't get away from it. Sir, do you have an umbrella? It's not raining here now. Good, I got here just in time. The sun's out. And I'm absolutely soaked. Cecily, you returned to us unharmed and victorious. Thus I have 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind to oblige me, I will fain hear all that had occurred in Thornmarch. I can't really say much. I didn't really learn a whole lot. Then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Moogles don't worship him for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. They may have the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power containing crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Moogles called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the ether which comprised him instead being scattered into the 4 winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation is in every respect the same. Which means Asians. This whole business reeks of their handiwork. Koopa? They said it was a masked man who taught them how years ago, but Gerdani is no strange masked man, and I never thought to question. Confound it all! How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a salutary one. My heartful thanks, Cecilla. Already the information you have provided has been proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing the other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. Scions shall not want for support. We shall be full glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While you and I are preparing to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seedseer, may happy you could return to the Wakened Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired. Okay. I'm just a messenger boy. Or, in Final Fantasy, in Eorzea's case, the messenger girl. I'm going the wrong way. God damn it. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Alright. God, I can't wait to not come here anymore. I mean, there will be some occasions where we have to come back here, but after we leave this place, it won't be very many. At least from what I remember. Madam! It's good to see you and hail and healthy, Setsla. I received word from Eda and Pampalimo that you had felled good King Moggle XII, but I hope to hear your version of the tale. So, as I said, son with the same methods used by the Beast Tribes since taught by the Asians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seats of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Setsla. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant Soul in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it's still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as a one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It would seem only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Setsla. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Urianger. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments of our order's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Urianger shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the greatest of 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alizé shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require assistance, I have their assurances they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Urianger, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something. Something important. Alright. What can we find? Sir? I'm here to pick your brain. Thou art ever welcome, Setsla, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks of a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap you think as this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history? In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely strided into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor faded by the eons. And still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk and shall remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. I don't understand a word you just said, but whatever. Be not offended, Setsla. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Perhaps it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lesson of history. Would that be the same? Could be the same of. Uh-oh, what's going on? Uh-oh. Whence came that cry? The solar. 12 for fan the antecedents. Uh-oh. What's going on here? And she's passed out on the ground. Cecily, you must. What happened? I got a headache now. Great. Where's my migraine pills? Tell me, Louisoix, would you have done the same? Louisoix Levalier was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal treasure. Would that had met him prior to his passing. Uh-oh. Ooh. It's the white-cloaked Ascian. An Ascian here? How? How readily you see. You are indeed gifted antecedent. But you're not like the others. Your robes. Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. You speak of La Habrea? La Habrea is a warrior. He fought, he fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he still... Come, I can only confirm that which you already know. There is no secession, an oblivion, only expulsion. What are you? Ready when you are, lady. If there's anything else... Uh-oh. Something the matter? Oh, she can't see him. I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure I'll get used to Reverend's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless, what truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive not. So it is with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing. The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Habrea did not think so highly of the Echo. La Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, then there will be no strife between our peoples, for we will be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace, Antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Wait, stay where you are. Oh. Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis the mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that she survived the ardor, I wonder? Ugh. I take it there's no need to explain. Save your concern. He didn't mean no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard her crying. What happened? Are you alright? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian. Tell them to scour the archives. The forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? I did, but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Ascians are wont to imply teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Cecila. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Pray attend me, Totaro. Alright. We're going on We're going on a hunt. How hard is it to find a man robed in white? All right. What do we know? Who can I talk to for some information around here? Sir! Get back here. You ain't getting away from me. I am told that you are the warrior of light, and I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. Excuse me. Sir! I'm not scared of your imps. Oh, you have two of them now, huh? Oh, good. We got Ascian Conjurers and Thaumaturges. That was easy. Hey, your Ascian accomplices are gone. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None said that she who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I only acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for them we discovered you. One so strong that yet that she could cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so shall it be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Ildibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. Ugh. All right. Well, that was informative. I still feel like I didn't learn anything. How can I go? Can I go this mountain? I can. Over the mountain we go. I see the lighthouse. Is that a... No. Alright. Can I leave this place now? I'm tired of coming back here. We're getting close on time, too. Thank the gods you returned so after you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive? Beg pardon, he was waiting for you. What'd you do? What'd he say? As it was, so it shall be again? But when does he speak? And of what exactly? The words of this Elidibus portend much but reveal nothing, say perhaps measure of disdain for La Habrea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with the wealth of additional questions. I guess. Let us set aside the matter of the Sassian until we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before we depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Almegan Resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets, while feeding his paymasters steadily and conceived misinformation. When he did some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, and though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Urianger will fare better. Tell him to treat with care. It is all I have left of my father. Alright. Couldn't you, like, give it to him before when you were talking to him? But I digress. I thought they departed. To what dost thou linger? The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well, can I imagine the antecedent's pain? Upon mine honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Said so, this is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I depart for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to... Once you have given the journey to Urianger, I bid you come to the seventh heaven in Revan's Toll. Tatara will be there to show you inside and our new headquarters. Assuming you have already returned to it, you may wish to make use of our new ether in Revan's Toll. Our door is right outside, right on our doorstep. Convenient. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, this is for yeah, this is for getting it extreme. This is to unlock the extreme variant of King Moggle. I'll get that unlocked off video. Revenant's Toll! Taro, show me inside the new place. Oh, Cecily, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. As I was just telling your receptionist here, I am pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stone is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us as the Wicked Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Most of the men and women you see around here at Redmond's Toll are adventurers who come and go as they wish. I dare say that should make it easier for you to go about your business here. And it shouldn't hurt that Cecily here has already made something of a name of herself for herself here. Isn't that so, Cecily? Wow, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that, Cecily, I do believe it's time you officially announce your presence to everyone inside. The Antecedent and the others will be surely overjoyed to see you. Alright, let's check out our new digs. Look at that. Oh, nice. Alright. Oh, look at this place. This is nice. We already got some people in here too. Oh, you got a nice big room too. Well, it is certainly spacious. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, for today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the Antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. For Eorzea! Huzzah! A moment of your time, Cecilla. I would speak of Elidibus. Pray pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldessian hath met with silence. No one will respond. How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No, I'll not believe it. An outpost perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge to both, oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldessian, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such time as we have the evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. 'Tis possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are yet unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen, unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from the crimson-clad Ascian, perhaps? Or Ocher? Or Poos? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystal darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Ascian menace. But I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly. A way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Cecilla, and I discern them all around, and disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as a mere coincidence. Doubtless the Paragons are involved, but how to what end is far from clear. I know what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. My stalwart hero. Your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you'll be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will be not for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Kryl, where are you? Uh-oh. Who's that? Your intercession was not foretold. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion, your intentions unclear. They survived the 7th Ardor and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, and so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time when the veil is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see. Uh-oh. Build on the stone? Alright. That was actually the end of the patch 2.1 story quest, I believe. So, we're off to 2.2 now with the patch story. Alright, which means I'm going to end it here. So, when we come back, we will, I have no idea I can't remember what happens now, but we got new headquarters, we got a new base of operations, we got new sites, and a new change of scenery. So when we come back, we will do whatever it is things have for us. So I'll see you in the next part. Hope you enjoyed it. Later.